Hey everyone, I'm Brian.
I'm Tyler.
And we're Gardener in Love. Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We are currently sitting in front of our shed bed. You guys are probably familiar with this space if you've been watching our videos for a little bit, but this is one of the only full sun spaces in our garden, and we love this space. We fully transformed it about a year ago after we took some trees down, and you guys have probably seen that transformation happen, but today we are going to be planting a few things that we're super excited about, and this is really part of a series for us. We have noticed this year that the layers in this bed are not exactly what we want them to be, and we're really going to focus on layers this year, and so we're going to add these plants.
Yes, today we're excited to add some beautiful perennial color to our garden, and perennials are personally my favorite plant to add because there's so many different kinds. As you can see here, these are two very different plants. So the first one down here is double-coated butter pecan echinacea, or coneflower as it's more commonly known. And we have really great luck with coneflowers here in the south. They love the heat, they are drought tolerant, they're really amazing plants. And the unique thing about this kind is that it's doubled, so you get this nice kind of ruffly texture in the middle instead of usually you have the hard cone in the center. The ruffle is nice, just gives it some more interest, makes it a little bit unique. So this one is called butter pecan. It's a really beautiful yellow color. There's also another color called raspberry beret in this series. That is raspberry colored, of course. So we are putting this in the shed bed because the shed bed gets full sun all day long. The soil is pretty quickly draining, so this is perfect. These are drought tolerant. They're going to love this spot, and we're going to be planting them around some other coneflowers that we already have here to get a nice little mix going. And these are pretty standard in terms of height. They are hardy zones 4 to 8, which is perfect for us because we are right in that range. So these are really going to be happy here in our garden. The other plants that I have here are two different colors of Stand By Me Clematis. Now, we have grown Clematis before. I'm sure you guys have grown Clematis. We typically know Clematis as a vining plant that would grow way up tall on a trellis. There's 3 different kinds of those Clematis that bloom on old wood, new and old wood. However, there is also bush clematis, if you did not know. So these are from the Stand By Me series from Proven Winners. We have Stand By Me, just the plain original, the OG, which is a really nice blue color, and it is almost a true blue in my opinion. It's kind of verging on a little bit of indigo. And then the other one we have here is Stand By Me Lavender, which is new this year, and it is more of a true purple color. These are pretty standard in terms of clematis rules in that you want to keep the roots covered. We know clematis when we're growing them, it's feet in the shade, head in the sun. Same goes for the bush clematis. You want to make sure that they are covered around the bottom. The difference is in that these do not need a trellis or a big trellis that will climb up a wall. These you want to get some kind of obelisk or maybe a ring to go around them just to give them a little bit more support, otherwise they may flop on you. Some people like to get a ton of them and plant them really close together. If you watch Garden Answer, that's what she did on her channel. She planted them really tight together and then they kind of support each other. You just want to give it a little bit of support so that it stays upright for you. As goes with normal clematis, it will die back during the winter, so this will die back to the ground. In an early spring, you want to cut it back to 3 or 4 inches above the ground, and then you'll see the new shoots emerge and it will bloom on new wood for you.
Yeah, and the blooms on these are so beautiful. They're little bell-shaped blooms. They sort of face down a little bit, which is so nice because the plant gets super full, and so that color just looks really nice over the top of the plant. And when they're done blooming, they leave sort of a white little fuzz on the plant, and so that's nice later on. We don't have to really worry about deadheading or anything, and there's still some interest on there.
Yep. And these are hardy zones 3 to 7, so this is going to be on the cusp for us. So this is a risk. but we are willing to take it because it's so beautiful, and I really, really, really hope that it works because I think that we're going to like it.
Yeah.
So without further ado, I think it is time for us to grab our auger and get to planting. All right, so we got everything in the ground. We watered it in really, really, really deep because it is so hot right now. We even watered the plants in their cans before we planted them and then watered them again once they're in the ground to settle the soil and everything. But I really think that this coneflower looks so pretty here. It's just like the right kind of pop that we needed. And as you can see, there's a lot of pink in this bed. So the yellow is really nice to set it off. And this will eventually be around the same height as the other pink coneflowers that are in here. So it will be a really nice collection of coneflowers. Now, we forgot to mention before we started planting that we were also going to put 2 of the Stand By Me Clematis over in the south side garden. And we did that in a spot where we did have some milkweed before. And if you saw our most recent garden tour, I told you guys that we were going to be digging that up. However, a lot of you in the comments were letting us know that this is a wildflower and it probably wasn't stressed enough to actually bloom. So we decided to repurpose it. And if you didn't know, milkweed is also an amazing plant for monarch butterflies, and they were recently placed on the endangered species list. So we want to make sure that we're providing food for them. So we popped it back here in the shed bed. Let me step over this way so you guys can see. And it is pretty tall. I didn't realize it was that tall over in the south side garden, but I mean, instant layers, and that's what we're going for, right? So right in front of that, we've got the Stand By Me original Clematis that is blue. So this will get about 3 feet tall, 3 feet wide, so it'll fill in this area really nicely. And we're planning to come in with some other perennials and things around to kind of support it and also cover the roots. Now this does come, when you purchase them, they will likely come with a little plastic trellis inside. We opted to leave that for now because we haven't decided what kind of structure we want here, if we want an obelisk or if we just want a little ring. So we're gonna leave that to give it some support for now. But let me walk over to the south side garden and show you the Stand By Me lavender. All right, so over here is where we dropped our Stand By Me lavender clematis, and the milkweed was right here. We dug it right up. The roots were not super deep at all, and popped these in. Now these will get big. They are gonna get 3 by 3, just like the original one. And we planted them kind of close so that they can support each other. I do think that we will probably get support rings over here just because everything is planted so tight. I don't know that we would want to take away from the beauty of the plants by adding an obelisk that may be a little bit taller. But I love how big these were from the beginning. They're much bigger than the Stand By Me, and the roots were just massive. Now you'll notice that we have some ageratum down here below that is almost the same color, and I didn't realize that until we got over here, but this is an annual, so next year this will not be here. I told Brian, I was like, we're getting purple heavy again. That's our favorite plant color, and somehow we lean into a single color and we buy everything that color. So next year here, or maybe in an upcoming video, we will have some other colors come in here just to give us some contrast. So I'm very excited to see these fill in. I really hope that they love this spot, and I think we're gonna wrap up this video now. That is it for today's video. I'm very excited to see these perennials fill in, and I am crossing my fingers that the Stand By Me Clematis make it through, even though they are on the cusp for us Zone 7 people. So if you're in the South like us, stay tuned. We'll be giving you updates on how those make it through our winter and what they look like next spring.
Yeah, if you guys liked today's video, be sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.